Supreme. Supreme. So, um, yeah, we about to go into a quick little bill real fast because I got the download yesterday, but it was so many downloads coming in. Like I told you, I had like vertigo yesterday, so I was like tired and shit. I passed out early. It was like, and then I woke up and then passed out again. Like this shit was just coming in like so many different aspects. That's why another reason why I be wanting to have somebody I can dump this shit on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if it's two minds circulating this in a figure eight, it becomes infinity. So I can't do the infinity loop by myself unless I do like a multiplicity. That means I split myself into two. You know what I'm saying? Like just literally like I phase real fast like a cartoon and I make another version of me right here and I'll be like, let me build with you real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I could drop these jewels off on them. But yeah, let's get into it real quick because keep in mind, and this is what people got to realize, yo, everything man ever said and did was incorrect. I'm sorry, yo, it was incorrect because it's always from the value of how it's supposed to be perceived or the angle of how they want you to see it. So then a narrative is presented, or you don't get a chance to see the full view of the picture. So then you put together your own perception, right? That's how the world pretty much knows everything right now. When people stand on things that they think they know, is because it's verified by another person. That doesn't make it right or actual. You know what I'm saying? So this leads me to a comprehension within demonic pretenses and angelic pretenses. See, the difference in between demonic pretenses and angelic pretenses is the fact of, and this is how it's put out, is the fact that one's supposed to be good and one's supposed to be bad. But nobody never talks about direction and job placement. Like, to have it all out careless would be crazy, especially from the fact of a pure knowing. So I don't see things that have a pure knowing acting raunchy. I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't see things that are allowed to exist being abrupt, even though we like to make it seem like that. And not for nothing, I think that's just the people getting carried away with the particular type of energies that they think they involving themselves in. But the post-it that I got, the upgrade that I got, was going to be that the angelic forces, they follow the direction and extending or keeping the expansion going. That's divine. Like I said, the earthly ways they're not of universal principle. So they don't serve good or bad. They're just for the divine. You know what I'm saying? So if it has anything to do with keeping us in path and line to do the expansion, they're going to help for that because that's the job placement. But then you got these other forces that people keep saying dark and evil and stuff like that. Some people just stupid, right? But I heard that it's going to change to where they are only in service to the value of what you think, how bad you think you are. So since they got demoted or graduated into that level of darkness to where they appear as a demon of such, that's only because they found out the truth about going against divine. So now their job placement is to make sure that if you want to be bad, they got to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to see you. And it's not because they're happy that you're doing bad. It's because they were the baddest. And the same penalty is for anything that tries that. So it's going to be like, and not for nothing, I think some of their higher ups is kind of liking that as an idea because it's so many people that's running to the negative anyway to get power. So that's like a catch-22. That's like, yeah, Come on over here, tell me your plan. And now you confiding with the darkness that y'all call darkness or demons or whatever. You confiding with them, and this is what you want. They gonna already articulate your plan and have another level of knowledge to know what you trying to do, you can't do, depending on the person. So it's like they get two for the price of one. Like if you evil in yourself and then you dealing with somebody that's evil and you try to do something, it get to take both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the snitch go to jail too, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you come in and you're going against pure light that's working on their job, they can't cross that line to deal with that. So they taking you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like no matter what, they win anyway. You know what I'm saying? They win anyway. So. But ain't nobody don't be knowing how things change up as far as the actual laws. Cause keep in mind, supreme is supreme. TV makes shit look like it's a battle. TV makes shit look like somebody's strong enough to contend with the Almighty. If that's not the most disrespectful thought ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think them people, why you think you be seeing a whole TV network shut down? Because they made something that went against the Almighty in a form that literally put a characteristic trait in the minds of people that carry through and rippled across everything. That's how they get into the minds, by the plasma TV. That's why they changed the TVs that time from the block TVs to the plasma TVs, because they was definitely about to start making you think something. That was their job. You know what I'm saying? To start making you see things in a different light. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know that because you think it's all about what you want, how you feel, and how you see shit. You don't see nothing. You don't see a goddamn thing. Like, motherfuckers be blind as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not for nothing. That's how the answer. That's how it's gonna straighten up everything. That's how it's gonna get everything in line. You know what I'm saying? The dark side gonna get an opportunity to come over because they doing their job. You know what I'm saying? And then Divine said everything I sent out gonna come back the same way I sent it out. So then you start thinking about it, you be like, damn, they really suffering because they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Ye not know what they do, but then you get penalized for that. So then you go there. So now you got all the knowledge of effing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got all the knowledge of effing up and what you should have did and all that. And the Almighty done broke you down in a physical aspect. So now your body not even how you just down there, like, you know what I'm saying? But then people calling on you to use different energies. So then in that same pretense, it's like you got to go through that cycle just to get back up. So now they get to come through y'all because y'all did it first, the dark ones. You know what I'm saying? The ones that claim they demons and shit like that. Yeah, you go downstairs with the rest of the demons. You know what I'm saying? You go down there with them. And then everybody that want to take that path, you'll see them later and you'll be their teachers to let them know how stupid it is. But it'll be in a dark way. And then that's like separating the value. So now you could take that crowd down there with them and let them learn. Elevation happens. The one that did their job and took the evil ones out of the workforce that was stopping the divine pretenses from growing. You did your job. Now divine might give you that might give them an opportunity to relive on earth, to do the right thing. So now they out of the dark. You know what I'm saying? Now they get a chance to live and make the right decisions, but they got their understanding. You know what I'm saying? So now they know and they come to make the world better. That's the second trimester. You know what I'm saying? That's the second trimester. So then they get to come back. They said, and keep in mind, it was in different scriptures when they was like, the dead will walk the earth. Why is that even a thing? Why would the dead walk the earth? Because they done died, and most of them died doing bullshit with curses and all that. You know what I'm saying? They died making mistakes. So they got a chance to walk the earth because they down there thumping so they can go in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, no, we ain't know. Yeah, all that shit they did, they got to come back up. So now, we can't have you involving yourself with the road workers. The road workers got on that orange vest with the neon on. You can't mess with them. They you know what I'm saying? You out there in the street dancing and shit. We in the street too. Nah, you can't do that. They got some place for you now. That's the new thing. They got a place for y'all to go now. So, you know what I'm saying? Even the ones that do work here on the earth, they gonna get the memo too. The ones that be doing work and they be helping y'all and all that, they gonna be like, nah, I can't do that. I ain't nothing but human resources now. That's what they gonna end up being, human resources. Like, yo, these ones right here wanna come down there, like, but already, all praises to the Most High, like. And then you got all the different deifying energies that are in Look, ain't a cloud in the sky right now because all of them resting. Ain't got no clouds around me. That sky plain out right now. You feel me? Like, because they like, yeah, we can kick our feet back because they job placements was they job placements. People always want to call shit gods. Ain't nothing gods. Everything is children of the Most High. Everything is children of divine because there's nothing ever going to get higher than that. You know what I'm saying? Children of the Almighty pure. And you heard, like, this dude just dropped this whole video the other day talking about the thrones and all that. I'm like, yo, if they don't stay off my page, I know I just did that bill about the giant throne sitting next to the divine that branch off with king. Like, oh, you know, I just broke all that down. Like, and I'm not taking this from nobody. It's just people get a piece of the knowledge and then they want to go run and act like they know it. He still ain't even speak on it the right way. That's why I be like, man, they get a piece of the truth and then they want to run, go tell like they know what they be talking about. And then you say it all wrong based off how you want to put shit. I'm like, even the book he found that was in relevance to it, that dude was off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep in mind, they've been going to get, that's how they came up with that one God concept, because they wanted to go against the dynamic that divine creates in multitudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't want it to be like that. So then they got a lot of people to cut their own in biblical cord. They got a lot of spiritual energy to chop their own shit off. Like, yo, I'm about to cut this off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Why you think you even got Masons and free my son? That's my son, M-A son, mother son, free mother son. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all the first creation was a womb. So when she absorbed and it became a she, that's why they be talking about Sophia and all that. But she's only the embodiment of a universal principle. It's never gonna be. It can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Because science don't lie and actuality don't lie. So you can look right here and see that it's not that. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be that first. You know what I'm saying? So in order to insert something, you have to extend. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what kind of story you tell. It had to be like that. In order to get wind from my hand, I gotta push it. I gotta bring forth force. In order for me to stick it in, I gotta bring my hips to follow the push. You know what I'm saying? Like, so one thing ain't got nothing to do with the next. Y'all need it told to you in a childlike way so y'all can comprehend the values. No, that don't got nothing to do with nothing. That's just how far people can comprehend sometimes. Or like, and the people who do really comprehend the knowledge, when they had it, you had people looking over their shoulder like, oh, and then they go speak about one part that they saw and didn't put the whole story together. You know what I'm saying? So that's the problem you have within religion and these controlling aspects of what people think they see power, and then they'll see the diagram of what gives off power, and then they'll equate that as something that they can get. No, divine has a diagram for every creation in known existence, down to an ant. Everything. It's not even me. Like people, they talking about how you can see the biometric. All right, look. But everything has a level of power. They haven't even unlocked the flower of life power yet, opposed to talking about how well they comprehend the energies that come from something. And then if you do get a new symbol that's relevant in the physical body, you wouldn't understand because you haven't comprehend the golden ratio yet. You ain't comprehend none of that. You don't know what none of that is. You don't know about the golden road. You don't even know why it's the golden road. That's why I'm like, yo, Y'all be jumping. Y'all be like jumping over golden squares and jumping like 10 miles ahead. And then you get up there like, what do we do now? And then you want somebody to tell you everything instead of doing the work to learn it. All praises to the Most High. Like the divine did everything how it's supposed to, but the multitude that are attached to Almighty is see all these little grains of sand and dirt out under your feet. This ain't even enough. This ain't even enough when it comes to divine says, I know every name of every creation. Look, all these grains of sand, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. And keep in mind, all this was broken down from bones and all that. So divine know every piece of everything. And y'all got y'all little 100 million over there on the dark side talking about you about to do something. Man, you don't sit your punk ass down somewhere talking about demon this. That's what I be talking about. Y'all don't even comprehend the value of what it really is. This is why it was made plentiful to be like that on the earth, because it had to make that side feel comfortable that they had a place to be outward with. So now negative run rampant around here. Like, it just run rampant because it feel like it has a home. Nah, they got to organize all that shit, because if divine wanted to, see, it's always going to be a respect for something. You know what I'm saying? But when you don't comprehend it, it's like, yeah, let them play. Ain't never had a kid around a bunch of grown men, and he out there with his uncle or his father or whatever, and they talking, they drinking or whatever, and a little man by your kneecap, and y'all over there, yeah, man, that bitch, she thinks she fucking, and then she got this nigga over there, and he looking at y'all talking and shit, and y'all laughing, take a sip of the beer, y'all ain't paying no attention to the little dude, and everybody get quiet for a minute, he be like, yeah, that bitch, and everybody bust out laughing, yeah, my man, that's bad, that bitch. And now it's funny that he said a curse word, but then when he get 10, 11, 12, and he call your wife a bitch, you feel some type of way, but you remember when you laughed about it when he was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's taking responsibility for the position. It kind of works like that with the demonic energy. Like, yeah, when they first come through and they don't know no better, you don't know no better. That's why I say, Father, they don't know what they do. Because you thinking that who you are separate to everything that divine created, you got the power to do something that ain't yours. You got the nerve and the audacity to say, I'm going to do something to something. Divine created everything, good, bad, and indifferent. That's not yours. It's not yours to even think like that. Divine be like, mind your thoughts. Mind your thoughts. Because your thoughts lead into action. So you out here like, yo, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, you about to get drugged real quick. And then now, since you decided to invest your energy in paying for that, you took that energy that you carried and you paid for that thought with that energy. Now you got to go study the contrast to that, because that's what you accepted to the value. That's what you paid for. That's why I don't be wishing bad on nobody, man. I pray for everybody, yo. I pray for you. I shake my head and walk away, be like, yup, I know how you feel. That demon eating your ass up because you think you own some shit. You think you more powerful than the divine. Your thoughts done went rampant. Now all of a sudden you thinking you got control over something you ain't had no hand in creating. All praise due to the Almighty. And the ones y'all do got hands in creating things, you lose in respect and forgot the divine judged you to have that life and give life to it. You don't get to say what happens after that. You walking up and down like you Satan. Oh, I don't want to do this and da-da-da. Nobody don't give a shit. Your job was already chose. Do your job. Get back to work. Get back to work or suffer the consequences. Be divided. Most people don't even see you be in the worst mentality and you've already done a lot of work, and then now you afraid to turn away from that negative shit that you done invested yourself into. That's a strong weight to lift. So if you could take on the task of fixing what you broke, and you did that in the name of the divine, that's a divine foundation. What do you think comes with that? Divine says the ones who take responsibility gain great power. They gain great power. That's why they reversed that shit in Superman. When getting great power comes great responsibility. That's some bullshit. Divine says if you take divine responsibility, you gain great power. All praises. So that's why people be afraid to even fix their life, because they're afraid of that divine responsibility. But you want to smoke. But you want to be able to speak like this and have a testimony and this, that. You can't have none of that, because you talking about you worried about me or somebody else. That shit, you won't even do it for the Most High. So how you expect to get any of that? I'm showing you how it works. I'm showing you how it works. Profit comes from the person who does the divine. When you do divine work and you move like you supposed to, then you gain profit. Divine says, I see I can trust you. Look how you move with that divine knowledge. Y'all think I be saying shit to try to benefit me. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm telling you how to get out. And sometimes if you got the strength of Hercules to lift your own planet on your back, to lift your own earth on your back and fix that and carry that weight and change things, because you get divine. I ain't making this shit up. People don't like to hear the truth, yo. They don't like to hear the truth. Nobody don't like to hear the truth. You want shit convenience store style. You want it in the window at McDonald's. You want that shit Burger King ready. You want that shit Burger King ready. I ain't even trying to hold you. I'm just telling you what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, because you got to keep in mind, the whole thing is about expansion. So, with an expansion, it's not, oh, we got darkness over here and the darkness going to supreme rise. And that shit ain't, that's like saying I got dirt on the floor. Hey, oh, sweep over there. That's the type of issue we in right now. Y'all think it's something different. Y'all think the dirt about to rise up and turn into a blob monster or go against the Almighty. Fuck up, yo. Shut the hell up, yo. Like, that's really what's going on. Everything got to be acclimated. And since even the lower beings who get sent down, y'all talk about demons. I keep telling y'all a dim on. People be trying to twist the words how they want to. Dim on. What is the light? The light is bright. Right? The light. Dim on, though. Dim light. Dim and on. It means it's a light, but I have taken light from it. Divine said I have stripping most of this knowledge from you, but it didn't send them to eradication. It allowed them to live. So that means what they are now. They're dim lights. They're dim lights. Either way, they still connected to the Almighty because the Almighty could have sent them to oblivion and unraveled their existence. Took them down to the particles. If that's what Almighty wanted to do. Y'all keep selling divine short like, oh, this. No, look at the actuality, dumbass. You here. So divine giving you an opportunity. That should be stupid. Like you get the opportunity to do the thing and you don't even see that you're in an opportunity. You out there. Stupid ass. That's why I be like, people be dumb. Everybody want to prove shit. I'm like, ain't nothing to prove. Do your job. Shut up. Stop talking, yo. Do your job. And that's the real steez. You feel me? Yeah, we can go into the scientific orientation of the value. But you got to do your job, yo. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your job. You got to comprehend your job. Y'all be looking at shit like everything is a movie, and it's not. But that's how they keep you away from seeing how it really is. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you what it is right now. Ain't no other way. Ain't no gray area. It's the way of the world, and then it's the almighty way. Period. And everything that's not of the world, like demons and all this other stuff that come behind the veil to come mess with you, they know divine ain't playing. They ain't gonna tell you that because it make them look weak. So they ain't gonna never be like, yeah, if you, I'm taking you downstairs if this what you want to do. They ain't gonna tell you nothing. They gonna cheer you on. They gonna be like, yeah, I give you more power. I'll make you strong. You gonna have all the riches. I'm gonna do all this for you. Nothing can happen without us. I done seen that demon way before. Like, even before the Illuminati started coming at me, wanting me to be a part. Like, the lady told me the other day, she was like, yeah, you ain't gonna never be successful unless we help you. I'm like, yeah, don't threaten me. You know, don't threaten me. I had a racist dude tell me that one time. He was like, yo, you black, you ain't gonna never be this. You might as well just do what I tell you so you can make money. I about to stab that dude with a box cutter. For real. Like, I got stories, yo. Like, I got so many stories. And I keep seeing that energy show his face so many different times. I be like, yo, look at little Azazel. Like in that movie with Denzel Washington, when they be like, time is on my side. And Denzel Washington going all around the places and these different people killing. They trying to frame him and stuff like that. But the demon keep jumping and going in different people. Man, I've been seeing this demon everywhere, yo. I be like, yo, that demon be jumping in and out of people. And then it can only get in the weak people, though. And that's how it was. It was like people, like the dude it was an alcoholic. It was easy to get at him. The other woman was like, I don't want to be involved. And she had the negative energy, so it's easy to slide into her. You know what I'm saying? The other dude was really a killer. He had just got out, thought he was going to get all scot-free. Dude, the demon was like, nope, slide right back into you. You know what I'm saying? And it showed that in the movie. Go back and watch that movie with Denzel Washington, that old movie, yo. That shit was out, like, I think in the late 80s or something, early 90s maybe. All praises to the Most High. That's why I said yesterday, I was like, yo, certain knowledges that I seen when I was a kid, it came full circle as I got older. You know what I'm saying? You would just see it in people. Like I'm looking at this shit like, you got a booger on your face, you got a booger on your face, you got a booger on your face too. That's how it was for me. I be like, yo, look at them go. Look at them all out here. They don't even see that shit wrapped around them like a python. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to the divine. If you smart, you'll spend your money with the Almighty. You'll spend your energy with the Almighty. Because that's experiences, right? So if you were smart, that's how you get more money. See, experiences is like old coins. It's like old coins. Keep in mind the Almighty is pure creation. So it's nothing infallible about that. You know what I'm saying? So what you understand is when you have experiences, whether they're good or bad, you give thanks to the divine. And you take that experience and you share it with the Almighty within your frequency. Like if you want to take anything, show divine what you live in. Let divine see through your eyes. Let divine walk in your legs and walk with your body. Feel your heart rate. Ask divine every time you feel anything going on. You felt that bug bite just now, divine? You felt that in my flesh? Walk with me, divine. Take a walk with me. Acknowledge the Almighty in everything. You know what I'm saying? Because you turn on the parts of you that's Almighty. So then divine get to see how you living. It's real shit, yo. I'm telling you some real shit. Like, people don't understand what submit yourself to the Almighty fully means. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about biblical nothing. I'm talking about a relationship with the understanding of how you was created. And really seeing where that start. How you gonna be talking about you living somewhere, but you don't know how you got here? The best thing you could say is, oh, my daddy is James and my mom is Dorothy. My great grandma is Elizabeth and my great grandfather is Big James. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever the story is, like, you know what I mean? Like that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only get as far as that. You don't get a chance to comprehend. And then the families don't hold a respect up for the fact that divine created that lineage to bring more lineages through. So then people never had that personal relationship through the family with the fact that divine chose your family to live. That's a different power. That's a different power when you can bring the family together and everybody gives thanks because the family is together. Like, come on, man. Y'all don't do the right thing no more. Everybody just think they know shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll be sitting back like, I'm waiting to see the truth, but it ain't no truth. It's just more lies and more cover up, and somebody want to look this way and somebody want to be this person without the work. And everybody want to scheme and lie and steal and all this other shit. I'm like, yo, ain't none of that in my blood. Ain't none of that in my bones. And if you still dealing with it, you need to shake that drug, because that shit got y'all messed up. I ain't about to hold you, just trying to show you something. NAGA the Wise.